Why did my period stop after I started working out regularly? Because you've starved your body to the point it doesn't have the capacity to menstruate. Looking at OP's post history, it looks like they have struggled in the past with an ED. It's very probable OP is currently in the midst of an ED and are intentionally starving themselves. You aren't eating enough food for how much you're exercising. You're supposed to eat back what you burn off. I'm also 5 feet. 1,000 calories is for sedentary lifestyle, not active. It is indeed too intense. I'm a therapist and most of my clients with diagnosed eating disorders aren't in that large of a caloric deficit. It's more than enough to cause amenorrhea and over time could lead to other side effects such as hair loss. Your body thinks you're starving to death and isn't going to waste resources on reproduction when it thinks your environment can't support you alone. As a medical professional, I can tell you that calorie deficiency, as others have mentioned, is only part of the answer. If you search on the net, amenorrhea and menstrual irregularities are common among female athletes who engage in strenuous exercises. In addition to calorie intake, limit your exercise to 2,030 minutes a day, and not more than 45 days a week. Exercise increases your testosterone and lowers estrogen level, a balanced hormonal level. In women that means estrogen testosterone is needed for normal menstruation. This is also the reason why female athletes are more susceptible to early onset of osteoporosis. Because estrogen protects against osteoporosis. But those with high-intensity exercise have lower estrogen and menstrual dysfunction. You are not eating nearly enough. And because you're working out, you're burning more calories than usual and building muscle, which also requires more calories to maintain. I've known quite a few women that don't have much of an appetite and have a hard time eating enough. But you must feed your body, especially if you're exercising regularly. I use the My Plate app to track my calories. And you can also track your calories burned through exercise. It's a good way to see, for example, okay, I've eaten 1,200 calories today, and I burned 400 from exercise. So I need to eat 1,100 to still be in a calorie deficit. I don't know your full calorie needs, but I cannot imagine a scenario where a 1,000 calorie deficit is healthy. It's 'cause you're starving yourself. It's got nothing to do with working out. 1,000 calories isn't enough even if you are just sitting on the couch all day. Your period stopping is a sign that your body doesn't have the resources to spare to ovulate. You should consult a doctor. And if you find it particularly hard to increase your caloric intake, then I'm really sorry, but you probably have an eating disorder. You're starving. 1,000 calories is too little for you, so your body is responding. It says too much. You aren't eating enough. I train hard too. Period disappeared for months. Last week I upped my food and guess what came screaming back? You never want your intake to be below 1,200 calories per day. 1,500 calories per day if you're doing heavy exercise. Calorie deficit of around 1,000 calories a day. I think you've answered your own question here. You've lost too much weight. Your body will stop menstruating when you lose most of your body fat. This is very dangerous. Losing your period deprives you of the natural estrogen you produce. And estrogen is essential to bone health. Your bones will lose density and you will become at risk for osteoporosis. Girls with severe eating disorders often break their bones a lot easier. You likely need to gain some weight back. This is unhealthy. Do not give yourself osteoporosis. Survival reproductive functions. You're starving yourself. Not sure of your age, but I had this happen at 17. I had not been working out for 2 years. I rejoined a sport, training daily, and lost my period for 5 months even though I was eating more. It could just be a shock to the body. I also had a friend who would lose her period often, but she was very slim and had trouble keeping on weight. Don't panic yet. Just find out why. Take a pregnancy test if that applies to you. It's easy and you can do it at home. Make that doctor appointment too so they can check on you. Cover all bases. Good luck. You're not eating enough. 1,000 calories a day isn't enough for anyone, let alone someone who is working out so heavily. I've eaten in a 1,000 calorie deficit to lose before with heavy workouts. I was eating much more than 1,000 calories a day and lost 100 pounds over 1.5 years. You're not losing weight the healthy way. You're starving yourself. I am eating around 1,000 calories a day. I do strength training and HIIT for 30 minutes to an hour once a day, and walk daily. I don't think this is too intense. Hey hee hee. There's your answer. You're malnourished. A toddler needs around 1,200 kilocalories a day. You're eating less than a toddler and doing heavy daily exercise. It's too much, so your body is in starvation mode and it has therefore stopped your menstruation. For sustainable weight loss, think more marathon than sprint. Fam, that is not enough calories. PLS, see a dietitian.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. TooAfraidToAsk is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.